It was a warm Saturday afternoon when Aaron pulled up to the driveway of the house he was scheduled to tour. He was meeting the realtor at 4 p.m. sharp, and he had arrived right on time. The house looked perfect from the outside, a cozy two-story home with a stone walkway leading to a heavy wooden door. The lawn was neatly trimmed, and the for sale sign in the yard swayed gently in the breeze. It had everything he wanted, and he was excited to see the inside, but the realtor was nowhere to be found. Aaron checked his phone. No messages, no missed calls. He figured she was probably running late, so he waited a few more minutes, leaning against his car. Still nothing. He sighed, glancing around the quiet suburban neighborhood. The street was eerily empty. No cars passed by, no kids playing outside, no sound except the occasional rustle of leaves. After 10 minutes of waiting, he decided to take matters into his own hands. He tried the front door. It was unlocked. That should have been a red flag, but Aaron shrugged it off. Maybe the realtor had left it open for him, knowing she would be late. He stepped inside, calling out, "Hello? Is anyone here?" Silence. The air in the house felt heavy, like it hadn't been disturbed in a long time. Dust motes floated lazily in the sunlight streaming through the windows. He took a step further inside, the wooden floor creaking under his shoes. Aaron wandered through the main living area, running his fingers along the dusty fireplace mantel. The walls were bare, with only faint outlines where picture frames might have once hung. As he moved toward the kitchen, a strange smell hit him. Something faint, like old flowers mixed with mold. That's when he heard the first sound. It was faint, but distinct, the soft creak of a door opening somewhere upstairs. Aaron froze, heart thudding in his chest. He called out again, "Hello? Realtor?" But there was no reply. For a moment, he considered leaving and coming back later, but curiosity got the better of him. He climbed the stairs slowly, each step groaning under his weight. The second floor was dim, the hallway long and narrow with closed doors on both sides. Aaron chose the first door and pushed it open. It was a bedroom. Dusty furniture sat untouched and old curtains swayed slightly, though there was no breeze. He moved to the next room, but just as he reached for the door handle, the door at the end of the hall creaked open by itself. Aaron's stomach dropped. The door swung inward, revealing a room that looked different from the others, untouched like someone still lived there. The bed was made, the dresser was clean, and a small vase of dried flowers sat on the windowsill. And then he noticed something chilling, a framed photograph on the bedside table. It was a picture of him. Aaron's knees nearly buckled. It was impossible. He had never been inside this house before. How could a picture of him be sitting here? He stepped back, his pulse pounding in his ears. Just as he turned to leave the room, the closet door swung open with a loud bang. Aaron yelped and stumbled backward, tripping over his own feet. He stared at the dark space inside the closet, expecting someone to jump out, but there was nothing, just a gaping black void. Suddenly, a low whisper filled the room, so faint it was barely audible. It sounded like someone calling his name. "Aaron!" He bolted from the room, slamming the door shut behind him. His breath came in ragged gasps as he sprinted down the hallway. But when he reached the top of the stairs, the floorboards creaked beneath him as if someone was following close behind. He didn't dare look back. Aaron took the stairs 2 at a time, heart hammering in his chest. As he reached the ground floor, the front door suddenly slammed shut on its own. He tried the handle. It was locked. Panicking, he fumbled with the latch, but it wouldn't budge. The air around him grew colder, and he could feel something behind him, watching, waiting. Desperate to escape, he turned toward the back of the house. He ran through the kitchen, dodging dusty furniture, and yanked open the back door. It opened with a groan, and Aaron burst outside, gasping for air. But the nightmare wasn't over. As he stumbled down the stone path toward the driveway, he caught a glimpse of a figure standing in one of the second-floor windows, a pale face with hollow eyes staring down at him. Aaron's blood ran cold. He ran as fast as he could toward his car, his legs burning with each step. Just as he reached the driveway, he collided with someone. He screamed and found himself face to face with the realtor. She staggered back, startled, Whoa, are you okay? She asked, brushing herself off. I'm so sorry I'm late. Got stuck in traffic. Aaron was too stunned to speak, his breath coming in ragged bursts. He glanced back at the house. The pale face was gone from the window. The house stood there, silent and still, as if nothing had ever happened. I think the house is haunted, Aaron finally managed to say, his voice shaky. The realtor raised an eyebrow and gave a nervous laugh. Haunted? Oh, come on, this place has been empty for years. No one's even set foot inside since the last owners left. Aaron looked back at the house one last time, his heart still pounding. The front door was wide open, just as it had been when he arrived, but he knew what he had seen, and he knew he would never set foot inside that house again. As the realtor led him toward the front door for the tour, Aaron shook his head firmly. No way, he muttered under his breath, not going back in there. She gave him a puzzled look, but shrugged it off. Suit yourself, she said. It's just a house. But Aaron knew better. It wasn't just a house.